evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the Cardinal Sport Network's presentation of Trinity Valley Community College basketball from Cardinal Gym in Athens, Texas on a cold day. What's been a cold day in Athens, Texas. We're proud to bring you another season of Cardinal and Lady Cardinal basketball. We have a doubleheader for you tonight. The Cardinals and Lady Cardinals are at home against the Panola College Phillies and the Ponies. I'm very pleased to be joined again this year by the sports editor of the Athens Daily Review, Jason Larson. And Jason, in our first game tonight, we've got two teams on different ends of the spectrum in the conference race.
Definitely. Of course, Panola's coming in here in a very tough place to get a road win as it is, and happen to run to the number 2 team in the nation, Benny. 17-0 Lady Cardinals, 5-0 in conference. Of course, Panola, as you mentioned, is on the other end of the spectrum at 2-12 and 0-5. So Panola's a team that's really needing to win right now, and this is going to be a real hard place to get it.
Well, it certainly is, because you had Tyler in here last week, the second best team considered in the conference, and the Lady Cardinals strapped a 103-67 loss on them.
Yeah.
So you figure this is going to be a tough place for 2-12 Panola to get healthy tonight.
Yeah, and that's the thing always with these junior college basketball games, that you never know how things are going to go. I mean, you never know which team might start slow, and that could happen to Trinity Valley. But certainly with the way that Trinity Valley handled Tyler, I think a lot of us that were talking about that game maybe expected a little bit tighter of a ball game, and Trinity Valley really took care of business. So they seem to, coming off of the McLennan tournament or the McLennan Classic, and now moving into this stretch of the games, they're really playing well.
And we'll pause for the national anthem. Yes. And now we have the national anthem. We have the introduction of both starting lineups. That'll be handled by Miles Pennington tonight. And we'll be ready for this first game of our doubleheaders. We mentioned the Lady Cardinals are 17-0, 5-0 in the conference, ranked number 2 in the nation. Panola comes in with a 2-12 record overall and 0-5 in the conference.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, going to be a tough task here. Of course, the thing that separates really good basketball teams, obviously, Benny, from maybe the mid-level teams or less is how they handle different kinds of teams. And, of course, we know that a really good team can obviously play down to a team, and that's certainly not taking anything away from Panola. But, obviously this is one more chance for Trinity Valley to improve with another game to show that, hey, no matter what we're looking at, we're going to play with the same intensity and take care of business the way we've been doing it, whether it's Panola or if it's a Tyler.
Yeah, I know that's what Michael and Kenya Landers have been trying to get across to the Lady Cardinals. When you've got that Trinity Valley jersey on, you can get most teams' best game every night, and you've got to be prepared for that.
That's right, yeah. I mean, and you can't let your guard down for anybody, because, as it has been for, decades and longer now, obviously, like you said, when you wear that Trinity Valley logo, everybody's gunning for you. Everybody's going to try their best game, and nobody's going to come in here for the most part. You'd think that they're not going to be up for this kind of a game, and I would think just as any athlete coming into somebody's home place, it's great to knock them off, and it would be really great to knock them off, especially with the lofty heights that they've achieved this season.
No question. And one thing we need to address real quick before we get ready for the opening tip here is Michael Landers being back. When last we left, he was not the head coach here. Now he's back as co-head coach with his wife, Kenya Landers.
He was off in some swamp somewhere, on a fan boat or something, and their fan boat found their way back to Athens. But I think that for the most part, everybody's certainly glad. Not for the most part, they are glad that they're back. I think people hate to see that they were gone, but it's even neater that they're both back together, and it's a unique situation being co-head coaches. But, gosh, I mean.
It's hard to argue with the results so far.
Yeah, how could you?
More teams may be ready to try that down the line. Well, we are ready for tip, and like I said, this should be a game that the Lady Cardinals have plenty of success in, although that's not taking anything away from Panola, but if you just based on the way the seasons have gone so far. Yeah. And in the second game of our game tonight, we're going to have the Cardinals taking on the Panola College Ponies. And both teams are going to come in with 13-3 records, but the Cardinals are 2-3 in the conference, and Panola's 3-2 in the conference. And of course, the Cardinals have lost 3 road games.
Yeah, and you know, for that reason, it's a big one for them to go ahead and get. You want to take care of your home games anyway. They need a win, and you know, of course, it's still relatively early too, so they don't have to worry about that. But anytime you can get a win, you need to, and you know, you always want to try to get the win while it's at home on your home court. So that'll be something that they've.
Alicia Dunn, the 6'4" sophomore out of Toronto, Canada, is jumping for the Lady Cardinals. And look for the Lady Cardinals to put on a little fast break layup they've got off of the opening tip, Jason. We've seen that happen 2 or 3 times this year when they've had a definite height advantage on the opening tip, and they clearly do in this case here, as Alicia Dunn jumps for the Lady Cardinals. Having a little bit of trouble with the shot clock on the home end right now, and they're working on that, trying to get that figured out. May have to be a case where they have to go without a shot clock on one end.
Maybe so, or we could turn the lights out and have a nice little light show.
But they are going to pause the start of the game this minute, so that it gets a chance to catch up. The Lady Cardinal starter tonight, we've already mentioned Alicia Dunn, a 6'4" sophomore out of Toronto, Canada. She'll be joined by Sabrina McKinney, a 5'6" guard, a sophomore out of Fort Worth, Texas. Janae Barrett, a redshirt freshman out of Toronto, Canada, 5'11". She's the one who last year, Jason, was here and got injured about 3 or 4 games in and got a medical redshirt year out of it. The officials are ready to start. Alice Robinson will be starting, a 6-foot freshman out of Bossier City, Louisiana, along with Shakayla Caples out of Vicksburg, Mississippi, a 5'11" freshman who's a very special player.
Oh, boy, she is. And you look back at Gloria Brown last year, Shakayla Caples has the ability to be that same type of dominating player, being the best player on the floor when she's on it.
Now, the Lady Cardinals didn't get the fast break off the tip, but they do control the tip. The ball goes over to Caples in the corner, puts up a one-hander, in and out. Janae Barrett gets the rebound if there was kept alive by Alice Robinson. Barrett puts up the 3. No good. Tip rebound goes to the Lady Cardinals. Janae Barrett, soft jumper. It won't go. The Lady Cardinals 0 for 3 from the floor, and now the Phillies, are on the run. Nice steal by Caples, headed down the floor, one-on-one layup, misses the shot, gets the foul. The foul is on Candice Vergadamo. She is the leading Phillies scorer on the season. She's averaging 10.2 points. She's hit 23s and averaging 3.0 assists on the seasons. But Caples will go to the line for free throws. Now, Lady Cardinals in some games this year have shot free throws rather well. But the other day in the 60-54 victory over Paris, they did not shoot them very well at all. But Caples knocks down the first, and the Lady Cardinals are up to a 2-0 start.
And right there immediately, Ben, you see the impact that Caples can have. And here we go with some backcourt pressure by the Lady Cardinals, and she's right there in it. So
she did hit both free throws, didn't she?
She did.
They've only got 1 point on the score. Robinson did a great job of keeping the loose ball alive and immediately gets the ball out to Caples. One-hand jumper up, and no, does not get the roll, which is unusual. Her soft shot usually falls, Jason.
Yeah, and it does. And, boy, she kind of has an unorthodox style of shooting. She never really seems to square up good. I think she likes that running floater kind of jumper.
Have a 30-second timeout on the floor. Charge to Panola. So the Lady Cardinals up by a score of 2-0. With the first time out of the game with 18:56 left in the first half.
And let's go back to Caples for a second, maybe while we've got a break. We talked about the points that she's been able to score. Look at the first minute and 4 seconds of this ball game. She's hit 2 free throws. She's got a steal right here that led to those 2 free throws, and she blocked a shot down here as well. So that's just triple-double is not always going to be a player like her's game, but, look right there. You've got a block, you've got a steal, you've got 2 points on the board. So she's just that kind of impact player.
And Caples is averaging 20.9 points a game. She's the leading scorer in the conference. She's hit 25 three-pointers, and she's averaging 2.5 steals a game. So she's an all-around player.
Yeah, definitely.
McKinney to inbounds for the Lady Cardinals underneath. Have another stoppage. They have turned off the shot clock on the north end of the gym. Usually Tracy Stellato, Coach Panola teams don't take a lot of time shooting the ball anyway. They usually put up a 3 with great regularity. This is just a down year to this point. Caples across court to Barrett. Barrett back out front to McKinney. Panola sitting in a zone. Baseline drive, and it's going to be up, and it's going to be good. So a nice job by Janae Barrett driving the baseline and drawing a foul, have a chance for a 3-point play. Foul is going to be on Panola's Shea Reed, number 30. Barrett looking to extend the Lady Cardinal lead to 5-0. Free throws in, so that's a good sign tonight. They've hit three free throws to this point.
Yeah, and I have to wonder, just, with what time Barrett missed last year, even seeing her at the beginning of this season, it just seems like she's getting better and better as the time goes on here.
Lady Cardinals into full court pressure defense, but there's going to be a foul called on McKinney. That'll be her first. I know I was over at the gym one day this week for a practice the Lady Cardinals were having. It was during the pressure defense portion of the practice. It was pretty intense, and I got out of there before they asked me to break the press.
Well, I don't know what to say. I'm glad they did, Benny. We don't want anybody to get hurt. Certainly you.
Renita Bunch is now in the game, helping with the pressure defense. Going to have a foul out in front of Alice Robinson on the defense. Kelsey Bardsley on the drive and drew the foul. Ball is going to be Panola's underneath. It was definitely not on the shot. Lady Cardinals, of course, in a man defense. Nice steal by Barrett. Doesn't have numbers, going to take it all the way. Puts it up, got it in, 7-0 Lady Cardinals. And just like that, the Lady Cardinals are off to the start that they wanted to get off to tonight. Of course, the Lady Cardinals game, Jason, has long been getting steals and turnovers and converting them into layups.
Yeah, boy, it just looks like tonight it's going to be hard if you just look at the first couple of minutes.
But there was just no place for Vertigamo to go with the basketball.
Yeah.
She was being trapped by Barrett and Robinson.
Yeah, 3 turnovers already, and 4 of those 7 points are off of turnovers. So that looks like it's going to be maybe an early trend that's going to keep on going.
Yeah, Tracy Salato, the Panola coach, has called a full timeout. And already, Jason, we're less than 3 minutes into the game, and Panola's used a couple of timeouts trying to figure things out.
Yeah, and you see she pulled Vertigamo out there, kind of by herself, and I'm sure she was just telling her, hey, you've got to be solid in the face of that pressure. You've got to make good decisions. You know it's coming, so you can either freak out in front of it or you can try to make a good choice. And it's not that Vertigamo's not trying to make a choice. It's just hard to make a good choice when you've got that kind of pressure coming at you with the ball and so much help on the backside coming up to make it hard to even dish it off.
The bottom line is against the Lady Cardinals, if you can't handle the press or the trap, you're in a world of trouble.
Yeah, and looks like they're going to give them some trouble here tonight, at least early on.
Have our first appearance during the game by the Cardinal cheerleaders. Most of them are back on campus now. Classes haven't started back here after the holiday break, and they don't until next Tuesday, so we're lacking a little bit on our student crowd tonight, but next week this place will be rocking again when the students are back on campus, have the band and Cardettes in. We mentioned it's been a cold day in Athens. It's about 35, 36 all day and cloudy for folks listening in across the nation.
Yeah, and I don't know that it got to 36. It was cold all day long, and, lots of ice patches that never really melted. So, I guess we're going in for another night of that, and, boy, it's been cold.
But it's nice and toasty in here.
It is nice and toasty in here.
Like that word. Be interesting to see what the Phillies try to do, and right off there's Bunch with a steal and a layup, and it's 9-0, and that's it. If the Lady Cardinals are stealing, trapping, and scoring, it's going to be a long night for anybody that comes in here or any gym in the nation.
Yeah, six
There's another steal this time. Caples has the basketball, passes underneath the Bunch, puts it up and in, 11-0. Well, Tracy Stellato's already used 2 timeouts. I don't know if a third would do any good at this point, Jason, because those 2 haven't worked to this point.
Yeah, it just kind of tough, They scored a lot of points off turnovers just fast.
There's another one forced by Bunch forced to travel. Got subs coming in. We got Brittany Dukes coming in, number 25. She's a sophomore, and another sophomore, Brandy Dace, number 11, coming in, who's really done a nice job this year. Matter of fact, she was the MVP of the Midland tournament that the Lady Cardinals won earlier this year. Brittany Dukes, folks from last year will remember, she was a key on that Lady Cardinal team that went to the national tournament and finished 6th in the nation. Dukes put up a 3 and made it, but she was called for a travel, and the ball will go over to the Phillies. But Brittany Dukes is really a leader for this team, having
She
been
is.
through the ropes last year. Like
she is, and I tell you what, she's so pleasant to be around too. For the little time that we get to spend around here, certainly not as much as you guys do being on campus, but she's so friendly. Doesn't know a stranger. I mean, I know that doesn't have anything to do with basketball, but gosh, she's just so fun to be around.
And that's kind of an unforced turnover there. Not much pressure. That's the 7th turnover now for the Phillies, and we're not even 3 minutes into the game. We're like a second from being 3 minutes into the game.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And you can just tell the pressure's really getting to them right now. You see some players now coming out, Vertigamo coming out, Reed coming out. They're going to try a different rotation here to see if they can get something going.
Nice to see the Lady Cardinal softball team. They are back on campus and have resumed workouts for the upcoming season. They're all in attendance here tonight. And there's a turnover as the ball was passed inside to Dace, and she was unable to control. And the Phillies come away trying to manage something, anything at all against the Lady Cardinal defense. It doesn't really matter what combination of players Michael and Kenya Landers put into the game. This worked to this point. You would think they'd have to be pleased with the defensive start. They pitched a shutout to this point.
Now shot clock running down here, and that's just one more place where Panola's going to have a
And
hard
there's
time.
a steal by Janae Barrett. That ends that mystery. Makes a nice spin move and puts it up. Oh, they're going to call her for the travel. I guess she took steps.
I don't know about that.
It looked awful good, didn't it?
It did look good. I've used that move in several playground games, and I did take the extra step. Not so sure about that one. Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Well,
had a violation along the end line. There's a turnover there.
Now these refs getting paid by the turnover?
I guess so. Been a few so far.
9.
See what the Lady Cardinals bunch to inbounds. Gets it to Melissa Jackson. Over to Bunch in the corner. Puts up the 3. Way off. Air ball. Jasmine Beard with the rebound. And we have our first Panola points as the drive by Nia Winston, and she draws the foul, so that gets the goose egg off the Phillies side of the board, and Lady Cardinals still lead comfortably 11-2 with a free throw to follow.
Believe it or not, that's their second shot. I guess it's not so hard to believe when you look at 9 turnovers, but.
And the free throw is no good. Rebounded by Days, outlet to Bunch, and the Lady Cardinals are on the move. Dukes thought about the 3, passed it up. Caples down low to Jackson. Nice baseline move and a nice block. Very nice block that time. Jasmine Beard. And we got a layup by the Phillies. Talisa Boyd, and suddenly it's an 11-4 game. You see a bit more life back into the step with the Phillies now. Caples not hitting tonight. Soft one-hand jumper. Phillies are on the move again. Had a break, 2-on-1. It's good. All of a sudden, 11-6, just like that. Beard on the layup, off the turnover. Excuse me, off the Caples miss. Got to get Caples untracked. Lady Cardinals working around the perimeter. Dukes puts up a 3-pointer, and it's good. You're so right about Brittany Dukes, though, Jason. Just one of the most pleasant kids on campus and certainly on the Lady Cardinal team. Always got that smile and never meets a stranger.
Yeah, of course, I hadn't seen her since last year's national tournament and all that, and I walked up the other day, first time I've seen her in a long time. She said, "What are you up to?"
Soft jumper, no good. Rebounded, fought for, controlled by the Phillies. 3-pointer, up and good. Ariel Billington with a 3-pointer from the corner. And the Phillies have found a little life and are hanging close now. Over to Caples in the corner, thought about the 3. Makes a spin move. Baseline one-hander, no good. Still looking for that first bucket. Bunch with the 3, no good. And the rebound goes to Caples. She puts up the 3. Still scoreless from the field.
0 for 6 now.
Ball belongs to the Lady Cardinals. Got a fresh 5 coming in for the Lady Cardinals. This is one of the luxuries that the Lady Cardinals have with the depth of their talent.
You can call that a fresh 10. I think we replaced everybody.
14-9. Lady Cardinals got off to an 11-0 start. Phillies are hanging close now. McKinney controlling the basketball. Barrett tries to find Dunn underneath, throws it away. Dunn couldn't control. That was a hard pass to try to make right there. And we have 2 more points for the Phillies. Now we have a timeout. Raven Alexander with the shot. We got a 14-11 game all of a sudden, Jason.
Well, yeah, and I mean, Panola here has gone on a, let's see here, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11-3 run here. So right back in the game.
Lady Cardinals used a timeout. May not be too pleasant of a huddle to be in at this point. See Tracy Stellato visiting with the Phillies. This is Tracy's 9th year at Panola College. And, of course, in 2005, had her best team ever down at on the Carthage campus. They won the Region 14 title. In fact, Jason, they won the tournament here at Cardinal Gym, and that was the last year that the tournament was held at the site of the regular season conference champion. And since then, it's moved to Tyler, although it did play. They did have it in Tyler, Kilgore, and Jacksonville before it moved to its permanent home now in Tyler. We're back underway. Dewana Gardner underneath to Alicia Dunn, and Alicia Dunn, very nice job. Jason, from last year to this year, Alicia Dunn seems like she's developed a lot better touch underneath with her shot.
Yeah, definitely so. And gosh, they certainly need it, boy. And she's just right there. And if she can have that kind of shot or get that kind of look, you know, she's going to be a big help for them.
Had a foul away from the basket, not on the shot. Gardner with the foul. Dewana Gardner, a 5'8" freshman out of Los Angeles, California. She's missed the last few games, but she's excited to be back out on the floor tonight with her teammates. First free throw attempt is good. Nia Winston, 5'8" freshman out of Garland, Texas. And the second one goes down.
4 points now for Winston and 3-point game.
Janae Barrett probes inside, sees nothing. Gardner with the basketball around the perimeter, back out to the top to McKinney, over to Barrett. Barrett puts up the 3, forced 3-pointer, no good, air ball. And the Lady Cardinals aren't shooting that well. They've gotten most of their points off of free throws and then layups off of turnovers or steals.
Yeah, they're one of their last 5. They've had a hard time, and Shakayla Caples has had a hard time as well.
And they had a travel forced by Janae Barrett. Great job of defending that time.
It's an even 10 now, turnovers for Panola. First 7 minutes and 10 seconds.
And Jayla Zavirchek with the turnover. Lady Cardinals need to hit a stride again now. They're starting to kind of play down to, as you mentioned, kind of play down to the level just a little bit after getting off to the great start. Aren't shooting the ball well at all from the perimeter. Dunn underneath is going to be fouled. That's Winston with the foul. She's had an active game so far on both ends. Of course, that time she'd rather not had the foul. Dunn to the free throw line. First one is up, and it is in.
Turned out to be a good situation to get Trinity Valley to the free throw line there, but sometimes when you see the ball go down the low post like that, it's kind of good to go ahead and take a shot there instead of trying to pass there.
Dunn hits one of the 2, and the Phillies are on the attack. Trademarks of Tracy Stellato teams have always been really good 3-point shooting teams. There's a turnover, steal, miss. Beard got the turnover and put up the shot, but couldn't convert the bucket. And now the Lady Cardinals are back on the move. McKinney tries to force up a shot in traffic. I'm not sure what opening she saw there, but she is going to draw the foul.
I believe she was trying to kick it out. Excuse me, Benny. I believe she was trying to kick it out of there to the 3-point line to Janae Barrett. Just wasn't much of a hole, like you said. Not a lot there.
Yeah, I didn't see much she could, but you could be right that she did that. Jasmine Scott is into the game now, and she immediately puts up a shot, is going to draw a foul and get the bucket. So Jasmine Scott, who we should mention, folks, is the first 2-sport athlete by a female at Trinity Valley in the history of the college. She played volleyball for Tasha Spain's volleyball team this past fall, and now she's playing basketball. And Jason did a very good feature story on her in the Athens Review a week ago, and just a good kid, Jason.
Yeah, she's Just one more, one more kid out here that's just a good kid, good to talk to, and certainly a great athlete.
Lady Cardinals missed that. Scott missed the free throw, so it's a 19-13 game. Panola's got to feel pretty good right now about where the score is, Jason, considering the start. Jordan Colazzo on the drive and draws the foul. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Second foul on McKinney.
Appreciate everybody listening in tonight, or looking in, I should say, rather, on the Cardinal Sports Network. If you got any comments or let us know where you're watching from, email us at csn@tvcc.edu. Be glad to hear from you. I'd like to know where you're at. I know we have viewers from all across the nation, with the Lady Cardinal being a nationwide program as far as its roster goes.
And then some, international as well.
They're very good. Second free throw is good. 19-15, just a 4-point game. Lady Cardinals are going to have to find that offensive stride. Going to have to start hitting some shots. They're getting good shots.
I think so. It almost looks like maybe they're forcing some shots a little bit, but having no problem getting the ball in the middle and getting some good looks from beyond, just not knocking them down.
Inside to Scott. She puts up a short 10-foot jumper and hits it. Oh, that's about 15 feet. It was from the free throw line. That's what they need. That was a soft shot. 21-15. Now they're going to try to create some turnovers with the press and trap. And there's immediately right there, Jasmine Scott gets the steal, gets the bucket, draws the foul, got a chance for a 3-point play. Well, that's just how come the Lady Cardinals are able to go on such runs that we've seen them through the years, Jason. It's because they use their defense to set up the offense.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful steal right there. She just kind of waited right there. When you look at Jasmine, she's a 6-foot, post-looking player, and, just looked real small when she was making that steal right there.
Lady Cardinals are struggling at the free throw line a little bit here as of late, though. Oh, nice play, nice drive. Ariel Billington makes a little power move. Jasmine Scott with the foul. She made the bucket, going to get a free throw to follow. We've got 23-17. Approaching the 11-minute mark of the first half. As we mentioned, we're going to have the men's game following the women's game, but hope you'll stay tuned in between games, because we're going to have a special ceremony honoring the Lady Cardinals for the 900th win in school history, which took place Saturday in a 60-54 win over Paris. Barrett puts up the shot, no good, and the Phillies control.
Trinity Valley had hit 3 shots in a row prior to that Barrett miss.
Kelsey Barchley on the drive and blocked by Brandy Dace, and Dace averages about 2.5 blocks a game, so it's not uncommon to see her swatting a shot out of bounds. We've seen that from her many times already this season.
Such long arms, such a long body. She's made for blocking shots.
Three-pointer from the corner, no good. Rebound's controlled by Barrett. She's on the run, doesn't have numbers. Turned the ball over, palmed the basketball, so that's a turnover.
Well,
six turnovers for the Lady Cardinals. 23-18. Lady Cardinals jumped out to an 11-0 lead. We get a second here in a timeout. We'll show you the conference standings in tonight's games to let you know what's going on around the league. Don't have a full slate of games on the women's side tonight. Tyler was scheduled to play Weatherford in a non-conference game, but that game has been canceled due to the death of a family member of one of the Apache ladies. We're very sorry to hear about that. Another turnover on the Lady Cardinals side. Badly missed three-pointer. Kelsey Bardsley. Capel's on the attack. She missed the easy shot from underneath, but she will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. I don't think she's had a field goal yet, has she, Jason?
No, not at all.
Just uncharacteristic for her because we said she's averaging 20.9 points a game and is the leading scorer in the conference. She will get 2 free throws here. We're still at 23-18, under the 10-minute mark, and well, the Lady Cardinals just aren't hitting those free throws.
4 misses now, and
second one, it doesn't go down.
4 and 8 chances.
That's just, you don't want to shoot 50% from the free throw line.
No, and you know, when you aren't getting the shots to fall, you want to get to the free throw line, but that's not working out right now for them.
Caples with a steal. Going to go coast to coast with this one. You can just tell, puts it up and in. That's the Shakayla Caples that we've been seeing a lot of this year already, folks. Creating offense by playing defense.
And that first field goal will get her going.
I hope so, because she has such a beautiful shot. It's fun to watch her attack a defense. The Lady Cardinals just go to sleep on defense that time. Now that's going to draw the fire of Michael and Kenya Landers, mostly Michael in this case. Does not like to see those easy buckets. Now, we'll take a look at the conference standings for the women and show you where things are shaking down so far, as we're about 5 games into the conference schedule, Jason. We see the Lady Cardinals at 5-0. Angelina's 4-0. They got a big game tonight against Lon Morris. Lon Morris is probably one of the hottest teams right now. Lon Morris started off 0-2, and they lost here in the conference opener to the Lady Cardinals. But as we see now, they've got it out to 3-2.
Well, look at the conference standings right there. You know, I mean, everybody's just, you know, like we said, it's a little early on right now, but you know, still January, but just so close. There's so much room for movement.
And we'll look at tonight's schedule real quick on tonight's games and show you what's going on elsewhere in the conference. Well, that's the Cardinals game-by-game results. That's the Lady Cardinals game-by-game results. You see nothing but W's on there. And we're at 25-20. Now, sometimes the shot clock's going to work, and sometimes it's not. Out comes the ladder. We're going to have a break in the action here just for a moment. And there we have the conference games going on tonight, Jason. Lon Morris and Angelina's a big on the women's side. Paris at Kilgore could be a pretty good game, too, because Paris played the Lady Cardinals awfully tough at Paris this past Saturday.
Yeah, I believe it was a 60-54 win.
60-54, yeah, the 900th win in school history. And as we mentioned, we will have a ceremony between games tonight commemorating that 900th career victory. So invite you to stay tuned for that. Be a special night. We're going to have a couple of surprises along the way in there, but it's going to be a nice ceremony immediately following this game. Of course, right now, what the Lady Cardinals are concerned about is this game here, because after getting off to an 11-0 start, they find themselves in a 25-20 tussle right now with the Phillies, who are 2-12 on the season and 0-5 in the conference.
Some of that backside defense for Trinity Valley right now is just not clicking. It seems like they're getting too many good looks down there. Panola is, and that's something that's very fixable and coachable, I would think, but they just haven't been able to work it out just yet.
Caples puts up the 3. Will not go down. Just will not go down, but she's going to draw a foul and get 3 free throws. Fouled out there by Janjela Zavirchek.
Come again?
I said it right that time, so don't.
And this is where, Benny, obviously, like we had just mentioned, if you're not getting the shots to fall, like Shakayla's not right this moment, you want to try to convert here from the free throw line. So this would be a good chance for her to get back on track.
Oh, you absolutely have to with 3 shots at it here. Again, we've seen some games this year, like against Tyler that night. The Lady Cardinals just about knocked down every free throw they put up, but they have had games where they have struggled from the free throw line. But not a problem there. Lady Cardinals with the press. twice we've seen the carrying the call. You don't see that many in games hardly at this level.
12 turnovers now for Panola.
Got an in-game update. Kilgore's up on Paris women 21-14 with 2 minutes left in the first half. So that's a low-scoring contest over in Kilgore tonight as the Lady Cardinals turn the ball over. Again, Kilgore leads Paris 21-14 with 2 minutes left in the first half.
And now that's 8 turnovers for Trinity Valley. So, you know, as bad as it was there in the beginning for Panola, Trinity Valley's had a hard time keeping a handle on the ball as well now.
Yeah, and you want to keep that turnover total down, obviously. I don't know if there's an acceptable number, but you never want to have more than 10 to 12 in a game. And they're already on pace to do more than that. And there we have another palming the basketball.
Well,
Vertigamo looks back at the officials. You know.
I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
Too much.
Too much.
Too much. I haven't been to ref school. I'm sure these are nice guys, but you got to give them a little bit of room to play.
Inside to Dace. Very nice job of getting the ball inside. Dace misses the shot, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, misses the shot. Gardner with the tip in. Very nice job of Quanah Garner and a steal by Caples. Puts it up and going to be called for the travel. I don't think Shakayla's quite believing that she traveled that time. You see her kind of giving expression to the official in a not in an unsportsmanlike kind of way. She's just trying to say, me? Lady Cardinals full court pressure, 29-20. Days with the rebound. Gardner was on the break. They couldn't get the ball to her, and the ball is going to be, I thought it was going to be a turnover, but his ball's going to go to the Lady Cardinals. Have a decent crowd here considering the fact that students are not back on campus yet for the spring semester. See quite a few of the football players here tonight, and all the softball team is on campus. They've already started their workouts for the spring season. Coach Ashley Johnston had them out on the practice field today in the 30-degree weather. Turnover. 3-on-1 break by the Phillies. Can they cash in? No, they cannot. McKinney with the rebound. Now the Lady Cardinals are on the break. Dace quickly down the floor, and a bad pass. That was just a bad decision there by McKinney. Ball is stolen, but she does a great job of coming back to steal the ball, but it's going to be called for the foul. I just can't make those kind of turnovers in transition like the Lady Cardinals did.
No, and they're up to 11 turnovers now, and Panola had 13. So, as we said, you remember when Panola had started out with so many turnovers, Trinity Valley's just about caught up. Winston
at the free throw line for the Phillies. 29-20. First shot is up, and it is good. Panola's done a far better job of hitting their free throws than the Lady Cardinals have.
Hadn't just missed one here. 6, 7 of 8 now.
And the second one is good. You know, the Lady Cardinals would like to get Caples loose from the outside where she's not in the game right now. Gardner puts up the three-pointer. Rims it in and out. Scott keeps the rebound alive. The ball goes to Dace, and a very alert job by Dace, but with the follow-up.
Yeah, she was right there waiting for it and put it right back up. Good heads-up play.
Cardinals with the pressure. Nice job that time by Bunch, reading what was happening on the floor and coming up with a steal. Then they throw the ball away. Nice job by the Phillies. Phillies are really creating some turnovers. I think that's 12 for the Lady Cardinals now.
That is, and, another example, probably one too many passes there. You ought to go ahead and take it to the hoop, see if you can get to the free throw line there.
Pass inside. Pretty good job by Scott of coming across it with the defense, but good inlet pass, too, by the Phillies. Gardner with the three. No good. Dace with the rebound, puts it up. Won't fall. And the Lady Cardinals are just not shooting at a very high percentage from the floor.
It's just a lid on it right now.
Easy layup. You can't have that. Great job that time by Jasmine Beard, number 2, freeing up underneath. They spotted her. She got the layup. Gardner with the drive is going to draw a foul. But the way the Lady Cardinals have shot free throws, that's not necessarily a good thing to trade the shot for the foul.
Not right now.
Again, Gardner is going to the free throw line. She'll be shooting 2. 31-24. Lady Cardinals have led throughout, jumping out to an 11-0 lead. First one falls. Leisha Dunn's checking in for Dace. Nice job by Dace hustling out there and keeping some balls alive and actually hitting a shot off one of them.
There's been just some strange misses on that end. Lots of balls rattling around the rim. You know, it's just like they're just a few inches off.
Second was good. Gardner 2 for 2 that trip to the free throw line. And here comes the press. And that's what the Lady Cardinals want, make them make that errant pass. Nice pass underneath the Dunn from Gardner. Oh, nice job. Well, she did a great job of dishing that ball one-handed.
She did. And again, a tough play right down on low post by Leisha Dunn.
Got a full timeout by the Phillies. Tracy Salato's doing everything she can to keep the Lady Cardinals from going on one of their patented runs, because she, more than anybody else in the gym, knows the damage the Lady Cardinals can do just real quickly.
And, hey, I mean, you know, who knows? But, you know, of course, you had the 2 quick timeouts there in the first couple of minutes, and maybe that's part of what's kept the difference to be what it is right now.
Again, we'd like to thank you all for looking in tonight for the first of our 5 dates that we're going to webcast double headers here from Cardinal Gym. As you see the Cardinal cheerleaders out on the floor entertaining the crowd. We should also mention it's an exciting time to be at Trinity Valley, because in addition now to volleyball being added, and of course softball is already in full swing, believe it or not, fixing to head into its 3rd season of existence. But just right across the road, Jason, from us here at Cardinal Gym, we got a 3-story residence hall going up, and it's exciting to watch that rise from the
going
ground.
Up quick too.
It really is. It really is. Although I haven't envied those workers the last couple of days being out there as cold as it's been.
No.
I know some of you are listening from Canada or New York or somewhere thinking cold, 35 is cold. Well, in Texas, 35 can be considered cold. (35-24), we resume play. Now we're ready to go. Full court press by the Lady Cardinals. Oh. Great job by Gardner stealing the basketball and driving in for the layup. Very nice job. She's had a really nice game off the bench so far, Jason.
She sure has. That's 6 points for her now off the bench.
And Bunch gets a piece of that ball. It's a steal. Scott controls and dishes to Bunch, and here we go. That's what we're talking about, folks. When the Lady Cardinals have that trapping press working, it's all working. You don't have to shoot. There's another forced turnover. Gardner saying she needs a blow here. It looks like she's a little gassed. Jasmine Scott's holding her jersey too, like she could use some rest. Caples into the game for Gardner. Nice job by Tawana Gardner. Very nice job.
8 points here in the early going. I say early going. We're getting close to halftime. 8 points though for, for Carnina Bunch. Not quite 8, but 6. But she's doing a good job here early, keeping the pace going.
Caples from 3, no good. Still looking. Oh, that's a very nice job by Janae Barrett there, pressuring the ball. I thought she was going to get the call that the ball had gone off of the Phillies, but no, the Phillies are going to control. Barrett has really had 2 or 3 nice games she's strung together now, Jason. So I think she's really going to start hitting stride here as the Lady Cardinals try to build towards a big March finish. Leisha Dunn gets a piece of that ball, and the steal by Bunch. Then we have a foul. Bergadamo on the foul. That's going to be the 10th team foul for the Phillies, so the Lady Cardinals will go to the line for the double bonus. It'll be Carnina Bunch, a 5'5" sophomore guard out of Vicksburg, Mississippi. Still addressing the issue with the clock on the Lady Cardinals end of the floor, bench. Bunch misses the free throw. Lady Cardinals have left quite a few points at the free throw line, Jason.
Too many.
Again, it's good to see this nice crowd in here tonight. Second one is good. Lady Cardinals have moved it back out to a 16-point lead all of a sudden. Vertigamo pulls up. No good on the shot, gets her own rebound. Going to drive this time, puts up a running layup, and that's a nice job by Vertigamo. Very nice job. You can see why she's the leading scorer for the Phillies, averaging 10.2 a game. Jackson back out to Caples. Caples needs, as she turns it over. Well, Chicago's just having a rough time, Jason, right now on the offensive end. I mean, getting that shot to fall, getting things all in sync.
Yeah, just hasn't been her night so far. Just got the 6 points, 4 from at the free throw line, 4 of 6 at the free throw line.
And the shot sheet, I think, was a layup.
It was.
Vertigamo attacking the Lady Cardinal defense. Nice job, very nice job by the Phillies, not giving up on the rebound. That's Talissa Boyd that eventually got the shot to fall. Caples on the drive. There it is. We've seen that move a few times down the baseline. Her shots haven't really fallen tonight, but you can see where she can create her own scoring path with the moves she's made. There goes Vertigamo on the attack. Dishes off. Shot's good from the baseline. Now all of a sudden, Boyd is giving the Phillies a burst of energy. Caples drove the baseline. It's going to pick up the foul. It's hard to guard her, Jason, when she makes her mind that she's going to go.
Yeah, either way. I mean, she's got so many different moves, too. She's one of those shooters that's a real creative kind of play. When they talk about a creative shooter, can do so many different things, so many different body angles and twists and contortions to try to get to the hoop. That's hard to cover.
Caples' first free throw is good. Billington was charged with the foul. Stellato taking this opportunity to make a couple of roster moves. Caples misses the second. Just can't get the two. Three-pointers off the mark. Rebound controlled by the Lady Cardinals. Brittany Dukes, we saw that a lot last year, her getting an offside rebound. Caples puts up a three-pointer. There it is. She knocked that one down.
Now, did you see and how comfortable she looked when she caught that ball? You knew she was going to shoot it. The defender knew she was going to shoot it. Just looked good all the way around.
Well, Caples will be called for the foul there. That's a hustle foul, though. That's one of those that you can accept if you're a coach. Going after the steal. Send the Phillies to the line for the bonus. That's the first foul on Caples, who has 12 points. You look up, Jason, you can tell, you know that she hasn't shot the ball well, and she's got 12 points all of a sudden.
Yeah, just such a talented player. That's the way that they do. That's how they create. That's how they score.
Beard at the free throw line. This is the front end of the bonus. Lady Cardinals control. Brandy Dace with the rebound. Caples from the corner for three. There she goes. Boy, she can just turn it on just at a moment's notice, Jason. Lady Cardinals with the pressure defense. Thought they were going to get a turnover there, and they do. Boy, Jasmine Scott did a great job of reading what was going to happen, anticipating, I should say, and gets the rebound. And almost gets the steal on the inbounds. 51-30, just like that. The Lady Cardinals with a 21-point lead.
8 points now for Jasmine.
Scott got a piece of another ball. Well, a few steps taken out there. And there's a steal by Scott. This time it's going to be a layup. She's got that one. 53-30. Pass downfield, turnover by the Phillies, and Lady Cardinals are in possession one more time. 1:11 left in the first half, 53-30. Jumped out to an 11-point lead. I think it got down to a 4 or 5 point game.
It did. It was down to 5.
Down to 5, and now suddenly just like that, they're up by 23.
22 turnovers now for Panola in the first half.
Wow.
Suddenly 5 straight shots made by Trinity Valley. Just such a change.
Nina Cook now running the offense, but it's going to be called for a travel. Nina Cook, a 5'7" freshman guard out of Detroit, Michigan.
In a game we were just talking a couple of minutes ago about, nervously getting close, is 23 now.
And it's no question, Jason, it's all defensive driven, too.
Sure. I mean, and let's give some credit right there to Brandy Days. Done a good job on the interior and done a good job rebounding.
Lady Cardinal guards are turning the ball over a little bit tonight. They've got to cut that out as they head down the stretch of the season, that's for sure. Three-pointer, air ball, Lady Cardinals basketball. 30 seconds left in the first half. The shot clock has been turned off. Lady Cardinals can play for the final shot if they choose, and I'm sure a 23-point lead is satisfying enough, but I look for them to play for one shot here. Of course, the way their defense is playing, they may think they can get 2 possessions out of it, too. Alice Robinson, cross court. Brittany Dukes the 3 does not fall. There's Alice Robinson with the rebound and gets the bucket. And we might mention, Jason, that Alice Robinson and Brittany Dukes are cousins.
Yeah, and boy, Alice did a great job of getting position there. Had her back to the basket, still got the rebound, got the bucket, and got the putback.
3.5 seconds. Phillies are going to have a hard time getting off a shot here, I would think, with the way the Lady Cardinals are executing their press right now. 55-30. Man, it was just a 5-point game no time ago.
Well, and it's aided by a 13-0 run here at the end of the half.
That is a trademark of Lady Cardinal basketball. The three-pointer's up and way off the mark. And that's going to be the end of the first half with the Lady Cardinals owning a 55-30 lead. We're going to step away for a few minutes, and we'll be back just before the second half gets underway. Again, the Lady Cardinals up by a score of 55-30 at halftime. And welcome back to the Cardinal Sports Network's presentation of Lady Cardinal basketball. Lady Cardinals are up 55-30 on the Panola Phillies right now. The Lady Cardinals, of course, are 17-0 on the season, 5-0 in the conference. The Phillies came in with a 2-12 record, 0-5 in the conference. And Jason, that first half, we saw the Lady Cardinals jump out to an 11-0 lead. Things got a little tight there for a few minutes.
Yeah, and that's on the strength of some turnovers that hurt them. That's on the some missed free throws that hurt them. Obviously, they were 10-17 in the first half for 58%. They shot 53%, which is not too bad.
Right.
But they shot 58% from the free throw line, which is not too good. So all of those things kind of create a perfect storm for Panola to get back into the game. But it was just kind of like we always talk about. A little burst of a run for Trinity Valley. They're back up by 5, 6, 8, 9. And then, they pull it in close, and it's back to a 6-point game. And another run, makes it, back into double digits. So they blew it out there in the last 5 minutes. They had a 9-0 run that kind of gave them a little bit more of a stretch out there over Panola, a little bit more of a lead. And then into the half on a 13-0 run, of course, and that left it at a 25-point halftime deficit when it was really a close game.
Break down some of the leading scorers for us in the game.
Sure. Well, right now, leading all scorers is going to be Shakayla Caples. Of course, we talked about her starting real slow, and that's a testament to a great scorer when you can have the kind of first half that she had and still come out with 15 points. She's already well on her way to her average, and
right.
She had 15. Jasmine Scott, who came alive there at the end of the first half on both ends, offensively and defensively, 10 points. And then we've got Kiwana Gardner with 6 points, Carnita Bunch with 7. For Panola, they've got nobody in double figures right now, but Talisa Boyd, the guard, number 10, who had kind of started one of those good runs for Panola where they started to climb back into it, has got 8 points right now. So they're just going to need a lot more scoring and a lot less turnovers. They had 22 turnovers in the first half, and that's killer. That's a game's worth of turnovers right there.
Yeah, you can't give a team like the Lady Cardinals that many more possessions than they might already had. And the majority of those 22 led to points.
Yeah, and it's because they're all in the backcourt almost, or right there at midcourt, and you just don't have a whole lot of room to go to get your baskets when you do that, and you don't give the defense a chance to get in any kind of transition, if there is such a thing, when you turn the ball over like that. But, it's not like it's a turnover in the front court here. It's a turnover 20 feet from the basket, and it's just pretty much an easy layup from that point on.
Again, we have a doubleheader for you tonight here from Cardinal Gym. After this game, we'll have the men's game, but in between, we really want you to stay tuned for this, folks, and look in. We're going to have a special ceremony commemorating the Lady Cardinals' 900th win in school history this past Saturday at Paris by a score of 60-54. And we're really excited about the ceremony that we've got planned. It'll be in between the games tonight, so really want you to stay tuned for that. We've got a nice crowd here tonight, considering the fact that the students are not back on campus. Classes don't resume until next Tuesday. Of course, the softball team is here in mass. I see many of the football team members here, and I think I see a couple of Cardettes maybe over there across the way too. So it's a pretty nice Wednesday evening crowd, considering the fact that the spring semester has not started at the college.
And folks still kind of trickling in too. I mean, I'm sure the weather's got a little bit to do with it, and folks getting off work. It was a 5:30 start. You've always got folks coming in from work that got to go home and get changed and get here. I've seen a lot of new faces trickling in, and it is getting to be a nice crowd.
And we do thank everyone that's looking in across the way on the Cardinal Sports Network at tvcc.edu. Again, if you want to reach us with comments or let us know where you're watching from, you can do so by emailing us at csn@tvcc.edu. We would love to hear from you. We've got 5 dates scheduled. We'll be on again next Wednesday night when the Cardinals and Lady Cardinals are at home against San Jacinto.
Big one.
Big one.
Big one for the men.
Especially for the men.
Yes.
That is just going to be huge. The Cardinals are at the point where they've already dropped 3 on the road, so they really can't afford to drop any at home. I mean, you got to win at home if you're going to struggle on the road. And I know that's not the game plan, and they'll eventually come out of it, but being what it is right now.
Yeah. And, San Jack, are they up to, is it 2?
They were, and then they lost last week in an upset. Remember, Lon Morris beat them, so that they've dropped down in the standings. Matter of fact, on the national scene for the women, the Lady Cardinals are 2. They've been 2 all season, and they'll stay 2 unless Pensacola State College happens to drop a game. Again, we got clock issues. They're still working on those. They worked on it throughout most of halftime. Looked like it might be fixed, and now it's gone back to having a mind of its own up there.
We can get a pellet gun in here if we need to and fix the clock issues.
We can take care of that clock.
Of course, in the first half, I think that contributed just a little bit. You didn't have any shot clock violations, but I think Panola looked up and said, oh, man, there's, 8 seconds. They had to look to the other side of the court, as it was on and off. And, of course, now Trinity Valley will be facing that. But
that's got to be an uneasy feeling when you're facing the pressure defense that the Lady Cardinals dish out, and you can't see how much time you got on the shot
you want to
clock.
know, how much time we have to do this.
But we did hear throughout the first half when it got down inside 10, the Panola bench counted it down. So I think that the players on the floor believe them. Had Trinity Valley students pulled that, I'm not so sure.
Are you saying the Trinity Valley students aren't trustworthy?
Well, no, I'm not saying that.
Just when it comes to Panola athletics, right?
There you go. And we're ready to start now at the beginning of the second half, and possession will belong to the Phillies, trailing by a score of 55-30. Billington to inbounds for the Phillies, and we're underway. Vertigamo, possession of the basketball for the Phillies, goes on the attack against Cornina Bunch. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Caples. Lady Cardinals are quickly on the move. Ball goes inside to Robinson, down low to Dunn. Dunn puts it up and gets the roll, shot to fall, and draws the foul. Just a completely different Alicia Dunn than we saw last year, and that's not really criticizing Alicia from last year, because you expect from the freshman to their sophomore years for them to finally get what's going on.
She plays with a lot more confidence. I think last year sometimes it just looked kind of awkward sometimes the way she did things, but she's squared up on the basket and done a lot here to get her game back going.
And we have a 57-30 score and a foul. The scoreboard at the Cardinal Gym is not caught up with the actual score. The 57-30 is correct. Still 55-30 on the main scoreboard. Lady Cardinals with their man defense. Don't play a zone at Trinity Valley. You got to be prepared to play man. Panola looking for any kind of crease at all. Pretty nice job that time. That was a nice job by Kelsey Bardsley. Goes on the drive to the baseline for a bucket. Now the score shows 59-30, but it should be 57-32, which is what we have. Janae Barrett inside to Dunn. Dunn puts it up. Boy, she has really become an effective inside shooter, Jason, with that soft little jumper from about 4 feet. At 6'4", it makes it easier to get the ball, too, because she's got that long span.
Well, it's practically a layup for her.
59-32 is the score. Vertigama with the drive and the miss. Dunn with the rebound. Looked like she might have come down on her ankle just a little bit, a little gingerly. Caples puts up the three from the corner, no good. And Dunn hustles all the way down, attempts to get the rebound. But he goes out of bounds, and we are at 18-19 left in the game. 59-32 is the score. Eddie Cardinal still with some pressure defense. Wouldn't suspect they would do it the entire game. They've already backed out of it just a little bit, but they are going to play hard the first 5 to 10 minutes of this second half, no doubt. That was too easy there. Missed the shot, but they got a good look at the goal. And Janae Barrett on the attack goes out to Bunch, back to Barrett. Barrett out to Caples. Caples drives, makes a stop, spin move, and makes it. There she is, folks. She is hard to guard.
It's just a nice little jump stop move right there. Not a move that you see a lot of women junior college players have.
And now the Phillies throw the ball away, and it goes over to the Lady Cardinals, up 61-32. Game's really going, Jason, the way I think we expected it to go, considering where both teams are right now in their seasons.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, you expend so much energy at the beginning of the game if you're a team like Panola, and it's just hard to keep up any kind of intensity against a team like this.
Caples for three, makes it. Got a nice bounce off that one and falls through after going up and tapping on the backboard a bit.
It's kind of strange. It just seems like those rattles in that are happening this half didn't happen last half. They were so close, but not quite there.
Well, Caples, good hustling play. Does get the turnover. Ball does go out of bounds off of the Phillies, so the ball will go over to the Lady Cardinals. A great play by Shakayla Caples.
See Alicia Dunn coming off the court there. Nice couple of minutes to start the half for her.
Inside to Jackson, down low to Dace. Well, you can just see when the Lady Cardinals are clicking, Jason. They know where each other's going to be, and they get that pass there. That didn't work out for them, but it was still a nice try, nice effort. And the pressure defense forces yet another Panola turnover. You got to be getting close to what?
25.
25.
25 for the game. 3 here in this half. They've turned it over, I believe, in 3 straight possessions. Certainly the last 2.
Bunch directing the Lady Cardinal offense. Over to Gardner. Down low to Jackson. Baseline move, back out. Tries to go to Caples. Nice job that time along the defensive, along the baseline on defense for Denjela Zavirchek. Gardner dishes off to Dace. Dace wasn't ready for it. Nice job by Gardner. Dished it down to Dace. Caught her a little bit by surprise.
Dace kind of looked at her and said, come on.
Brandy thought she was coming out of the game and said it's Alicia Dunn that's getting.
Kenya Landers showed her the hand and said, turn around.
We're still in.
You're on.
Nice job by the Lady Cardinals that time of cutting off the drive.
Yeah, they had numbers, and Trinity Valley ended that real quick.
Zavirchek misses the layup. Ball is outlet to Bunch by Dace, and they're on the attack, the Lady Cardinals are.
Panola starts 1 of 5 here.
Bunch falls down but gets the ball off before she turns it over. Dace puts up the shot. We do have a whistle. Got a foul called. It's going to be called on to Zavirchek. Brittany Dukes checks into the game along with Jasmine Scott. Brittany Dukes is definitely a fan favorite here in Athens for the Lady Cardinals.
I just can't help but chuckle when you bring on a Brittany Dukes and Jasmine Scott off the bench, to start. It's just, it's comical how deep this bench is.
Lady Cardinals a little bit careless there. Nice hustling play. The Vertigamo have a held possession. The ball should belong to the Lady Cardinals. Approaching the 16-minute mark, 64-32. Lady Cardinals jumped out to an 11-0 lead. Panola cut it to 25-20 with just over 8 minutes left, and then the Lady Cardinals extended it out to 55-30 at halftime. Bunch goes down low to Dace, makes a nice move down low, puts up the shot, no good. Scott there for the rebound on the putback. Jasmine Scott has been a great player for the Lady Cardinals to this point in the season. As we mentioned, she played volleyball for the Lady Cardinals in the fall. Foul that time is on Scott.
Vertigamo driving here, Benny. She's trying to find something. Lady Cardinals doing a good job rotating their defense.
Nice move that time by Talisa Boyd, but she couldn't finish, and the Lady Cardinals are back in control. Gardner from the corner.
Now Panola's 1 of 6 to start the second half.
Inside to Scott, back outside to Gardner. Thought about the three, passed it up. Dace along the baseline. Zavirchek with the defense, and I believe going to be called for the no foul. I guess out of bounds. Ball out. Fresh set of subs players for the Phillies, who you know they've got to be getting a little bit fatigued now. This as we head to the 15-minute mark of the second half and down 66-32. That will sure wear on you.
Going on 4 minutes now since right at the 4-minute mark right now since Panola scored. So any hopes of doing anything
great
here?
job by Sabrina McKinney with the steal. Now going for the layup, puts up the shot, doesn't fall. Scott keeps it alive. Dunn controls though. Back to McKinney out front, over to Gardner. Three-pointer from the wing, no good. Alicia Dunn tries to keep it alive, but the ball sails out of bounds and belongs to the Phillies.
Saying that Panola started 1 of 6 here. That's not going to work. It's already a large enough margin now that.
Yeah, you can't afford any misses. You got to have stops.
Yeah.
66-32.
McKinney has been real scrappy on the ball. I like the way she's really harassing the point guard here.
Three-point attempt no good by Beard, but the Phillies control the basketball. Winston with the ball for the Phillies, working against Sabrina McKinney. It's a long 5 seconds there. Gardner with the steal, tries to get the steal, but takes a hard fall as she's trying to save the ball. Great hustling play that time by Gardner, Jason.
Yeah, boy, she was really trying to make something out of that. We couldn't see, of course, where we're sitting here. You have a little bit of view of obstruction here. You can't see some of the court here, and I thought that ball was certainly going out of bounds, and there she is trying to save it. She made it a close play.
You like seeing the players diving after those loose balls and trying to save or steal a possession, of course.
Especially in a 34-point game.
Shot clock violation. I believe that's the first of the game that we've seen so far.
And five turnovers here now in the second half, 27 total for Panola. Struggles continue. I think there's some discussion now, Benny, obviously. I wasn't so sure about that myself.
Seemed awful quick.
Well, I think there's some discussion whether the shot clock should have been reset if Kawana Gardner maybe had a little bit of possession and then lost it out of bounds and it should have been reset, or if it should have continued. So
now the officials are discussing it. There you see. They'll get it worked out correctly. Officials in this league, for the most part, do a really nice job in the women's games. Will be Panola's basketball with 22 seconds on the shot clock, so it's not a turnover.
I think they had that figured out early, and then they just sat around and talked about dinner plans after that.
Winston working against McKinney. Trying to find a little room to put up the shot, and she does put up the shot, but it's no good. Lady Cardinals quickly down the floor. Brittany Dukes, a spinning move underneath, hits the layup. Pass from Sabrina McKinney. That was a nice job that time of creating a scoring opportunity for yourself by Brittany Dukes. It's just so fun to watch the Lady Cardinals when they're up on their toes playing defense like they have for the most part. I didn't have a trip there. And Jasmine Scott's feet got tangled up. Just enough for the trip and the foul.
Yeah,
both teams have 2 team fouls this half.
Covered her face up right away. She knew she did it.
Boyd against McKinney. Quick hands. McKinney has real quick hands. You see her getting a piece of the ball occasionally. And there's a turnover. Brittany Dukes with the steal and going to get the layup. You got to credit Sabrina McKinney with her defensive pressure on the ball that kind of forced that errant pass and the steal by Brittany Dukes. 70-32.
Just watch her, you know, constantly punch. She's smiling while she's covering these girls.
Block shot by Leisha Dunn. Leisha Dunn, I'm just so excited about the way her game has progressed this season. Barrett from the corner, three-pointer, no good. Leisha Dunn with the rebound, put back, no good. Gets the rebound, going to be called for over the backs.
Yeah, that's a tough one. She had, you know, she's reaching over. She wasn't necessarily over the back, so that's a tough one. But
good hustling, though, Jason.
It was.
Great. It's great to see from her. Just a different player than we saw last year. Bertigamo controlling the basketball, working against McKinney now. Boyd has been working against McKinney. Oh, nice drive, nice power move, as I like to call it, by Jasmine Beard. 2 points for the Phillies. Brittany Dukes with a soft jumper from the baseline. Got it, knocked it down from 15 feet. Brittany Dukes. Lady Cardinals love to play defense, love to create those scoring opportunities.
Now that last shot by Beard, they were 1 of 9. Here we go.
Janae Barrett the steal, pull-up jumper, no good. The ball is controlled by the Phillies.
1 of 9 before that shot by Beard.
Three-pointer, no good. Alice Robinson crashes in, didn't have position, but crashed in and got the rebound.
Another time when she's used really superior body position to get a rebound.
Brittany Dukes pulls up, doesn't get the bounce. Alicia Dunn battling for the rebound, and I believe she's going to draw a foul.
I think so.
Sure does. Nice job by Alicia Dunn drawing the foul, keeping the ball alive, going for the rebound. Those are the little things that don't show up in the box score sometime, and Alicia Dunn comes out, catch a breather, and looks like she's still just a little bit of give to that ankle, Jason.
Yeah, she's limping a little bit. Doesn't look like it's anything too serious. She certainly doesn't look like it's affected her in the last couple minutes since it happened.
Janae Barrett with the three from out front, got it. Well, Janae Barrett is really coming on from three-point range the last few games, and that's just going to be a lethal weapon for the Lady Cardinals down the stretch run of the season coming up.
8 points for her now.
75-34.
Trinity Valley started this half on a 19-4 run, and
Randy Dace is going to be called for the foul. And didn't they end the first half on like a 13-0 run?
They did.
Yeah, so.
I'm going to let somebody that does math do that math, but that's a lot.
Let me know when you have it figured out.
All right.
11-12 left in the game. 75-34, biggest lead of the game. 2 free throws. First one is good.
I think you could call that 38-4.
Raven Alexander with the free throw. 1 to follow. Again, we're going to have a special ceremony commemorating the Lady Cardinals' 900th win between games. I want you to stay tuned for that, please. Be a special ceremony. Alice Robinson tries to dish it off to Dace. Oh, Shakayla Caples with a move. Oh, got the loose ball, made a move underneath Jason. She can create space when there is no space.
Yeah. And she got the steal and missed
again.
Steal
and missed the shot. Nice power move that time for the Phillies. Shay Reed And we have a timeout on the floor. Lady Cardinals up by 40, 77-37. The timeout goes and is charged to the Phillies. Look like we may have some more scores coming in here, Jason. We'll check on them.
Maybe one of those timeouts where just trying to give your players a little bit of a breather and kind of reaffirm what's going on here.
Kilgore's up on Paris late in the second half, 34-27. Lon Marsh is up 49-36 on Angelina with 10 minutes left in the 10 minutes left in the game, so that game's tightening a little bit. But Lon Marsh, as we mentioned earlier, is basically the hottest team in the league other than the Lady Cardinals at this point.
Yeah.
We mentioned that the Lady Cardinals will be at home next Wednesday playing Sanjak in a game we'll have on the webcast for you. But they're on the road Saturday going to Jacksonville to play the Lady Jaguars in a 2 p.m. start at the Curtis Carroll Fieldhouse. The men's game will follow, of course, at 4. And we will have next week's doubleheader against San Jacinto, both games, men and women, on the webcast for you. 10:41 left in the game coming out of the Panola timeout. 77-37. Lady Cardinals up 40. They jumped out to an 11-0 lead to start the game. Panola cut it to 25-20. Then the Lady Cardinals closed out the half 55-30, and now they've extended the lead to 77-37. I think it's safe to say that it's a clearly outmanned Panola team.
Yeah, and just the tough times continue for Panola.
Randy Dace with a nice pass to spot Alice Robinson underneath and gets the bucket. Is these plays like that you want to see the Lady Cardinals make, because the game is not in doubt anymore, but you want to see them continue to execute, get the steals and get the layups. And ball's going to remain with the Phillies. Lady Cardinals thought that it might be their ball as Talisa Boyd loses it, but no, it remains with the Panola Phillies.
To beat a dead horse here, I guess literally, but I was pretty sure that was out of bounds on Panola. Not that it matters.
Caples with the rebound, and she's on the go. Got a 3-on-1 break, passes it off to Barrett, got it. Executed the 3-on-1 break to perfection. Now the Phillies are on the move. Lady Cardinals jump into the defense.
It's 10 now for Barrett.
Dace, the fence down low, forces a pass. Nice drive and score. Kelsey Bardsley. Shakayla Caples with a three-pointer, nailed it. Sometimes, folks, it's like taking candy from a baby when Shakayla's got the basketball. Has such a soft shot, Jason, and when she misses, you ask yourself, why did that not go in?
25 points now for Shakayla. I believe she's averaging about 20, 21?
20.9 for the season, the leading scorer in the conference, so she's definitely above that average tonight.
About nine and a half to go, too, so.
I can really foresee her, Jason. Just being a freshman, I can really see her one night just lighting somebody up for 40 real easy.
Yeah.
She's had enough shots tonight that she missed already that she would have her pretty close if she hits half of it.
Oh, yeah.
First free throw attempt was missed by Kelsey Bardsley from Manchester, England, a sophomore, 5'9" sophomore.
Cheerio.
Second one is good. 84-40. Lady Cardinals can pretty much call the score now at this point. Caples inside to Jackson. Jackson puts it up and in. There again, Jason, great teamwork. Caples saw Jackson inside. Jackson put up the soft jumper and makes it.
Jackson now on the board, 2 points.
Nina Cook in the game on the defense. And she's from Detroit, Michigan.
It's just so tough. Trinity Valley's got all this depth, all this size. Obviously they're trying to attack and get open looks, and they're just so talented under the basket, and they can knock down the shots. It's just so tough.
They do make it tough. Caples puts up the three. Looked like it was in all the way from our view. She controls the rebound, drives the baseline, tries to make a spinning move, but draws a blocking foul. Kelsey Bardsley, the blocking foul along the baseline. That's just 3 team fouls on Panola. 8:46 to go. Inbounds pass goes to Jackson, puts up the shot. The foul on the floor. Ball belonged to the Lady Cardinals underneath. McKinney inbounds the ball to Robinson. Jackson puts up the three from out front, knocks it down. Whew. They're hitting the Phillies from all angles now, Jason. And now we have a offensive foul. Nina Winston's going to be called for the foul, 89-40. McKinney directing the Lady Cardinal offense, goes over to Nina Cook. Back to McKinney, over to Bunch, down low to Jackson. Double teamed on the baseline, turns it over. Nice job by the Phillies that time. Trapping down low, denying Jackson. Nice job. Working for Raven Alexander with a 15-foot jumper from the baseline. Nina Bunch with the drive and the layup. And the Lady Cardinals have the answer.
A little tough to play with that buzzer going off.
Three-pointer from the corner's in. Raven Alexander all of a sudden has pumped a little life back into the Phillies. Albeit they down 46 points, but still, they've got other games left this season. They need something to build on.
Why not?
Bunch puts up the three-pointer, no good. Rebound's controlled by the Phillies, and they're on the move now. Talisa Boyd with the rebound. Three-pointer from the corner, no good. McKinney steps out of bounds, but if you watched her, Jason, she really did a good job of getting position that time, just didn't control it.
She's tough. I really like the way she plays, and when she's guarding somebody, you know, she's not just the kind of defensive player that's going to hold her arms out. She's punching at that ball, and she does a good job. She doesn't reach a whole lot and doesn't get called for a whole lot of fouls. At least when she's doing that, she's got three here and coming out. Now it looks like she took a shot to the jaw there. I like the way she plays.
Oh, yeah, no question about that. Phillies inbounds the ball. Brittany Dukes almost gets a steal. It's controlled by the Phillies. Alyssa Jackson working out front on defense. Did a good job of denying the drive. Lady Cardinals are really up on their toes right now. The defensive end three-pointers up, no good. Jackson's going to get the rebound. Lady Cardinals on the run, leading 91-45. Just under 7 minutes left. Three-pointer from the corner. Brittany Dukes. Brittany's really starting to score more in the last 3 or 4 games, Jason. We saw her do it last year, and now she's just continuing that this season.
She's got 12 now tonight.
Going to have a foul called on the floor. Melissa Jackson's going to be charged with a foul. Again, we mentioned that the Lady Cardinals will be on the road Saturday at Jacksonville, and that in recent years has proven a tough place for the Lady Cardinals to play. You know, I don't know if it's the tight confines of the Curtis Carroll Fieldhouse or what, but that's one that they're going to need to match the intensity that Jacksonville will bring to the game. No question about it.
Any road game, anytime you can get a win is going to be a good one.
Alicia Dunn, a nice job getting the rebound. Really fun to watch Alicia play like this. Brittany Dukes with a three-pointer, misses. Gardner with the rebound up and in. Great job by Tawana Gardner on the offside rebound. Melissa Jackson with the steal, anticipated the pass. Drives in, gets the foul. Bucket won't fall. Going to go to the line, shoot 2. Foul is on Kelsey Bardsley. 96-45.
Something right now that we haven't talked about is the rebounding. Of course, Alicia Dunn's been a big part of that. Gardner's been a big part of that. Brittany Dukes has been a big part of that right now. And 15-3, the unofficial rebounding edge right now.
And that's how you step on somebody's throat and keep the foot down.
Yeah, that's what Michael Anderson, Kendall Anderson, been waiting to see from this team as a killer instinct. We should mention if the Lady Cardinals hit or pass 100 points, it'll be the 4th time this season that's happened. I was looking it up yesterday, Jason. In 2004, when Michael Landers' Lady Cardinals went 36-0 and won the national championship, they topped the 100-point mark 17 times that season. Yeah. Lady Cardinals still working on the defensive end. Three-pointer from the corner, no good. Rebound by Bunch, has numbers, outlet to Gardner. Up for the layup, got it.
There it is.
There's 100 to 45 with 5:41, 5:40 and counting left in the game.
10 now for Gardner. The double-digit scores are piling up here.
Well, they really are. That's what you want to see for the Lady Cardinals. Yeah, Alicia Dunn on the defense got out of position that time. Is going to be called for the foul. Got beat to the baseline just a bit, but Alicia's had a really solid game, has had a really nice season for the Lady Cardinals. It's really been fun, as I mentioned earlier, to watch her progress this season and just become a very effective player with that 6'4" frame of hers. First free throw attempt is good. Ariel Billington. Got the second. Lady Cardinals up by 53.
8 points for Billington now in the game.
Robinson to Dunn. Dunn almost loses control. Now gets it back to Robinson. Very nice job. Really good job by Dunn getting the ball and by Alice Robinson finding her balance there and putting up the shot and making it count.
6 for Robinson now.
Lady Cardinals, Brittany Dukes defending Vertigamo, forces a miss. Lady Cardinals quickly down the floor. They've kept this pace the entire game. Lady Cardinals not one to necessarily want to play a half-court game. Alicia Dunn misses, but we've seen her hit that shot quite a few times this season. Not afraid to shoot from there.
Not a bad idea either. I mean, she was open.
Three-pointer no good. Rebound controlled by the Phillies and taken away by Alicia Robinson. I really like Alicia Robinson's game, and she is all out when she's on the floor. Brittany Dukes thought about the three. Over to Bunch. Bunch puts up the jumper. Two-pointer, it's good. We have a timeout. It's just a substitution timeout. The Lady Cardinals wanted to get 5 new players out on the floor, so there will be a stoppage of play necessarily. Just a momentary stoppage of play. Again, keep in mind we got a very special ceremony that's going to start just immediately after this game is over. Invite you to all please stay tuned for that as we commemorate the Lady Cardinals' 900th victory in school history.
Last 2 points made 11 points for Bunch, so here she is.
Another turnover, steal by Cornita Bunch. Puts up the shot, won't fall, draws a foul. (104 to 47). The Lady Cardinals have passed the 100-point mark for the 4th time this season, and the 2nd time in 3 games, Jason. You like seeing that?
Yeah, definitely. I did it against Tyler, and I've done it against Panola.
Right. And we should mention, folks, Saturday the Lady Cardinals with their 60 to 54 victory over Paris. They played that game without Shakayla Caples, who had been up ill the night before. So it's good to see her come back today and have a good comeback game as Brandy Dace controls the rebound, throws it in the air. Oh, I thought Cornita Bunch had done a great job of keeping it alive, but she's going to be called for being, what? I thought she was going to be called on the back. Maybe she was out of bounds. Nope, that's what I thought. She was called for the foul. Again, it's just a great time for the Lady Cardinal program. They're going to extend their record to 18-0. with this victory, 6-0 in the conference. On the road Saturday at Jacksonville, at home next Wednesday against San Jacinto. First free throw, no good. McKinney controls, almost loses it out of bounds. We're approaching the 3-minute mark. Brandy Dace turnaround jumper, no good. Controls a rebound, puts it up, draws the foul. Brandy Dace has really been a nice transfer player for the Lady Cardinals so far this season, coming out of Harlem, New York. She's a 6'3" sophomore, fan favorite, always hustling. Boy, you just watch her in workouts. On defense, she knows where everybody's supposed to be. I guarantee you, she could be asked her where so-and-so supposed to be on defense, and she knows. Free throw won't fall, put back won't. This one will, though. There she is, Jason. That's what I'm talking about. Always hustling, always moving, always on the go.
Yeah, she's done a great job on the boards tonight.
We love having her being a Lady Cardinal. Three-pointer from the top of the key is good. Nice job by Billington hitting the tray. 108-50. Now we have a timeout. 30-second timeout being charged to the Phillies.
I think you'd call this a coaching timeout.
108-50. Of course, the high water mark this year for the Lady Cardinals, point-wise, I believe was 100 and, look it up for you real quick, 116 over Shreveport Sting in the second game of the season. They also topped the 100-point mark against Southwest Christian, 106-68. And as Jason mentioned, here at home last week against Tyler, 103-67. See former Cardinal athletic director and head men's basketball coach Leon Spencer in the building tonight. Going to be here for the men's game and the ceremony that's coming up here between games. Nina Cook with the basketball. Cross court to Barrett. Down low to Dace. Back out top to McKinney. Back over to Barrett. Puts up the three. No. Rebound kept alive by Scott. Puts it up and in. Great job, Jasmine Scott. Oh, I love watching her play.
She even lost the handle on that ball, and that made it even more impressive.
Love watching her play. We're approaching the 2-minute mark, 110-50. Easy shot underneath and good by Boyd for the Phillies.
It's 10 for Boyd now.
Again, 116 is the top mark for the Lady Cardinals in scoring this year. They're 6 away from that. All that's of no concern to them. They're just going to continue to play defense and execute. Jasmine Scott cutting to the basket for the pass, misses the shot, draws the foul. Jasmine Scott's free throw attempt is good. Second to follow.
It's her 15th point tonight.
6-foot sophomore out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Played at Pensacola last year, did she, Jason? Was it Pensacola?
That's it.
Yeah, played volleyball. And Michael Landers had recruited her when he was at Baton Rouge last year, but she wanted to play volleyball, and Baton Rouge didn't play volleyball, so she went to Pensacola. Then when Michael Landers returned here, yeah. Funny how things work out.
There you go.
And it just so happens that the Lady Cardinals had a volleyball program to offer her. Again, if love to hear where you're watching us from, so just ship us a little email there at csn@tvcc.edu. Let us know where you're watching from, and hope you'll be with us the next 4 dates that we have this year for webcast. Free throw attempt is good.
Now, don't complaints go to your personal email, because I've got that right here ready to go.
We have got those forward to you at the review.
Oh,
you know how newspaper people
I'll
are.
put them with all the other ones.
That's what I'm talking about. Second free throw, no good, controlled by McKinney. We're at 2 minutes to go in the game. 112-53. Turnover, steal by the Phillies.
Just the 5th of the second half for Trinity Valley.
Yeah, that's been a big difference in the game, too. And there's another turnover on the part of the Phillies, just outmanned.
And that's 11 turnovers for them now, so 33 turnovers for the game now for Panola.
Days couldn't control the ball out down low, so there's a turnover by the Lady Cardinals, which will be their 6th of the half now. How many do they have in the first half, you said?
15.
15. Yeah, you don't want to get up into the 20s. That's a no good. Dace had token defense there, but it was enough to force a miss. Nina Cook down low to Cornina Bunch. She puts up the jumper from the baseline, no good. Melissa Jackson with the rebound. Ball is out of bounds off the Phillies. 1:17 left in the contest.
It may not be of any consequence to the Lady Cardinals, but I'd like to see them get 116.
You newspaper people always want something to write about.
We're always looking for an angle.
Always.
Brandy Days there with a nice shot on the reverse there off the inbound pass.
114 to 53, 2 points away from tying their high water mark for the season.
And eight points for Days now with a lot of rebounds.
Under a minute to go. I think Dace got away with a foul there, but the Phillies will take the bucket, of course. 114-55. Lady Cardinals will probably take one more shot, because if they get it with the shot clock turned off, they will just run out the clock. Nina Cook is going to go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. I believe she may be scoreless tonight, so this is her chance to get in the books.
Surprisingly, as active as McKinney's been, McKinney and Cook are the only 2 that have not scored tonight. Excuse me, and Leanna Osei.
Well, she didn't suit up tonight.
Right.
She's battling a foot injury right now. So. And Cook gets the free throw to fall. 115 to 55. It is 115 to 55, right? Yeah, there's one too many on the scoreboard. 27 seconds. Lady Cardinals will get a possession here. They'll just run out the clock. That's going to be a foul on Melissa Jackson. Nevertheless, it's going to be 115. Looks like we're going to be the Lady Cardinals are going to finish, because typically they will not try to score under 30 seconds left in the game when they've got a lead. Certainly one of this magnitude.
It's 11 now for Boyd.
And the Lady Cardinals are going to turn it over one last time, or should be one last time, with 17.3 seconds left.
I think if you're looking for killer instinct, I think you can definitely say that they exhibited that tonight, Benny.
Oh, no question about it. Lady Cardinals are going to go to 18-0 on the season, 6-0 in conference play. Phillies are going to drop to 2-13 and 0-6. And that's the ball game, and the Lady Cardinals are going to score a 115-56 victory. And I'm going to step down and let Jason have it for a few minutes while I go and conduct this ceremony that we're fixing to have. So Jason will take it to that point.
Of course, a big night here for Trinity Valley on both ends. 2 big games here. Of course, the men coming up here and in their action. Just to give you a little quick preview here, of course, Trinity Valley went into this next game at 13-3 and 2-3 in Region 14 conference action. Panola 13-3 and 3-2 as well. So right now, all the focus on the Lady Cardinals after that big 115-56 victory. Of course, as Benny mentioned, second most points they've scored this season. They scored 116 in a game earlier this year against Shreveport Sting. So we see the appropriate parties moving into position here for this ceremony that's about to occur. TVCC cheerleaders, of course, doing their ritual post-game cheer there at the center court on top of the Cardinal. Of course, this halftime ceremony will be conducted by Benny Rogers, the Assistant Public Information Officer out here at Trinity Valley Community College. The Cardinals are moving on to the court here. getting ready for their game. They're taking a seat. They're going to watch the ceremony as well. And a nice crowd here to see this ceremony between games here at Cardinal Gym in Athens. I think you got to see a shot there of Trinity Valley women's co-head coach Kenya Landers holding her daughter Michaela. Of course, out here on one end of the court now, we've got the Lady Cardinals gathering, and just to look at some stats just real quick from this game. Of course, the conference's leading scorer, Shakayla Caples, 20.9 points a game coming into this thing, finished with 25 tonight to lead Trinity Valley and to lead all scorers. 1 point Trinity Valley had a close game, and I'm going to let Benny Rogers take over from this point.
With that victory in the 36th season of Lady Cardinal basketball, that represented the school's 900th victory.
Of course, Benny just announced that the Lady Cardinals have won 900 games.
Let me read some numbers that have gone along the way to create what is now a 901-221 overall record. In 36 seasons now, the Lady Cardinals have had 31 winning seasons, 13 seasons of 30 wins or more, 29 seasons of 20 wins or more. They've had 21 straight winning seasons, 9 straight conference championships, having won 18 of the last 19. They've won 15 regional championships, having won the last 3 straight, and have 5 national championships and 2 national runners-up. That is the Lady Cardinal basketball program.
Some staggering numbers there that Benny has announced. Amazing.
Now, at this time, Athletic Director Pat Smith has got a few words to say to the Lady Cardinals.
Of course, this is Pat Smith. Step to the mic.
Thank you very much. Congratulations on your great accomplishments. I tell you, when I was at Jacksonville College back in the 90s, I used to just be so fired up, not about playing Coach Spencer's real good teams, but about any time the Lady Cardinals played in front of us, because it was a show. And you all have long been a standard of excellence in this region. And I tell you, I don't know about you all, it's good to have the Landers back, isn't it? Very glad to have them back, and they're doing a tremendous job. And they probably won't like me saying this, but it's the best girls team I've seen in my 5 years here. So we're looking forward to watching y'all go on. Keep it up. I'll tell you one other thing I've always enjoyed since Benny Rogers got this Hall of Fame started is watching all the ex-Lady Cardinals come back. And it's not about the championships they won. It's about the community here that they played under. It's about the people they played with and the tradition here. And with that said, I congratulate you on 901. We expect about another 20 wins this year, and best of luck the rest of the way. Congratulations, coaches.
And at this time, I believe the Lady Cardinals have the game ball to present to Dr. Forgy on behalf of the college.
Game ball here will be presented to Trinity Valley President Dr. Glendon Forgy. And here he is. Alicia Dunn making that presentation there. A lot of great athletic accomplishments happening here under Dr. Forgy's tenure. Of course, you have what happens on the court.
All right, Lady Cardinals, if you take your place again back along the baseline, we're not quite finished yet. Not only did Saturday's win represent the 900th win in school history, but it was historic for another reason. It made Michael Landers the winningest coach in Lady Cardinal basketball history.
Of course, Benny just announced Michael Landers, of course, winning his
With tonight's win, Michael now owns a record of 282 wins, 36 losses here at Trinity Valley, and he passed Gary Ashlock, who held the previous mark at 281. We have a couple of statements we would like to read from former Lady Cardinal coaches. The first one is from Kurt Butke. Lady Cardinals, congratulations on the program's 900th win. It's another great accomplishment for the premier women's junior college program in the country. I feel very privileged to be a part of 900 wins. My greatest memories and the best times of my life were the years spent in Athens at Trinity Valley. I would also like to congratulate Michael on becoming the all-time win leader for the Lady Cardinal coaches. We couldn't ask for a better person to now be in that position. Michael, I congratulate you, but I also remind you that this also means that you are getting older. Again, congratulations to the Lady Cardinals and best of luck for the rest of the season, Kurt Butke.
Of course, that statement from Kurt Butke, former Lady Cardinal coach, now the coach at Oklahoma State.
We also have a statement from Coach Gary Ashlock, who Michael passed on becoming the all-time win leader. To the incredible family of Lady Cardinal fans, friends, boosters, and players, let me give a hearty and genuine congratulations. 900 is not just a number of wins. It represents lives, sweat, blood, sacrifice, broken bones, national championships, marriages, just too many to enumerate. It is an inspiring number. God has blessed this small community and college with a big-hearted sports program. It is called Lady Cardinal Basketball. My hat is off to all past and present souls. Michael Landers, affectionately known as Coach, no number can really tell the story, but this number is not simply 282, it is number 1. Ambition, flight, competitive greatness, skill, resourceful, all can be part of your description, Michael. I like the way most describe you, though. Energetic, honest, sincere, friendly, intent, adaptable, poised, reliable, and loyal. You have a grateful Lady Cardinal family that, with me, acknowledges this most rewarding of all achievements. Congratulations, Michael and Lady Cardinals. Gary Ashlock.
Of course, that statement by Gary Ashlock, former Lady Cardinals coach, who Landers passed with his 282nd win.
And now, President of Trinity Valley Community College, Dr. Glendon Forgy, will make remarks to the Lady Cardinals and Michael.
Thank you, Benny. When we decided to recognize Michael tonight, I did a little bit of research. When you look at great coaches, especially in women's basketball, men's basketball too, but a couple came to mind. Pat Summitt came to mind, Coach Landers. Her first 10 years at Tennessee, she won 245 games. You beat that. Gino Ariema at UConn. I didn't use his first 10 years because the first couple were pretty bad. But just in the 10 winningest seasons he had, the 10 winningest seasons, 285, and you'll eclipse that this year. Vivian Stringer, who was here this fall, coach at University of Rutgers. Third time all-winningest coach in NCAA history. Her first 10 years at Rutgers, 203 wins. This just puts it in perspective. And then on the men's side, Coach Dean Smith at University of North Carolina. First 10 years, his top 10 years, not the first 10, but the top 10 years, was 279. Coach K at Duke, his first 10 years at Duke, 231 wins. Roy Williams, when he was at Kansas, the 10 years he was there, 282 wins. And then the legend John Wooden, his best 10 years at UCLA, 277 wins. Now, I might remind you that John Wooden did win 10 national championships in 12 years, Coach Landers. But this just puts it in perspective of the great accomplishment that Coach Landers has done in the 10 years he's been here. He's averaged almost 30 wins a year. Jody Conrad averaged 25 at Texas. It's a tremendous privilege to watch Coach Landers here at Trinity Valley. And I have to tell you, Coach Smith, before I came here, I really didn't care much about women's basketball. I thought it was kind of dull. But the style we play here makes it very exciting, Now then, Coach Landers does a great job on the court. He cares about wins, but he also cares about his players and their achievements off the court. And I know that that's what I greatly appreciate about him. His greatest accomplishment, Kenya's holding his greatest accomplishment right now.
Of course, she's referring to their daughter,
Coach,
Michaela, and there she is.
You're a great coach. You're a great dad. But you need to practice a little bit on your electrician skills, okay? Yeah, all right. Thanks a lot for a great 10 years.
At this time, Dr. Forgy will present Michael a plaque that reads, "In recognition of Michael Landers on the occasion of becoming the all-time winningest Lady Cardinal basketball coach with a 282-36 record, TVCC 64, Paris 54 on January 8, 2011.
Landers is going to accept a plaque. They mentioned he's got his most prized possession in his hands, his daughter Michaela.
Let's hear it one more time for the Lady Cardinals and Coach Michael Landers.
Nice night here at Trinity Valley. Of course, the Lady Cards again, the 900th win honored. And, of course, on the same night, co-head coach Michael Landers, who's been with Trinity Valley 10 seasons, came back from Baton Rouge to co-head coach with his wife Kenya this year. Also on that same night, passed Gary Ashlock for the most wins all time as Trinity Valley's winningest women's basketball coach. So they head into the locker room right now. Another big win, of course, Trinity Valley, as we said again, 115-56 winners over Panola. The men's game will start here in about 20 minutes.